Hello, welcome to Evans Mill. Today we're going to be continuing our egg series video. Today we're going to work on fried eggs. Or a lot of people, you might hear them say over easy, over medium, over hard, over medium, easy, over light, all kinds of stuff. But first of all, a lot of people are intimidated by fried eggs just because they're hard to flip. They're a little bit on the fragile side. So a little tip for you if you want to practice this at home. We've got a piece of toast in our pan, and you don't even have to have the heat on, just get a piece of toast, and you could actually practice before you make your eggs and then have it with them. But the toast is going to kind of help us to kind of get the feel of that egg flipping over. And a lot of people, and with the omelets, you'll kind of get a little air under it and actually flip it. With a fried egg, you're really just bringing that egg up into the front of the pan, and then you're going to roll it over. You almost do more of a rolling motion than an actual flipping it up into the air, because that yolk, they're fragile. If you flip it and then when it comes back down and hits, it's likely to break. So you kind of get a rolling motion and it'll just kind of roll back up on itself and you can get a good flip. Alright, so let's get some heat going. And we'll put our toast on our plate here. Toast is just a nice, easy, neat way to practice. Sometimes people use rice or beans, or that's kind of a little messy. And certainly using your eggs is a little messy. But so we're going to heat our pan up. We've got a little butter. You can use some vegetable oil or whatever you like to, what oil you like to use. We've got a couple eggs, so we're going to heat our pan up. And we've got a non-stick. This has a little bit of a Teflon coating. It makes them easier to flip. So once we get that heating up, we're going to pour our eggs in. Alright, so your different, like over easy, over medium, over hard, it's all based on time. How well done you want your yolks, if you want your whites done. If we were going to do an over hard, a lot of times we'll break the yolks so that those can get done a little quicker. For an over easy, which is what we're going to do today, I want to kind of just let that start cooking a little bit. And while it's cooking, I like to take my rubber spatula and kind of make sure it's not sticking anywhere. And you'll see the whites starting to cook. I'm going to turn our heat down to medium now. And now if you were doing, say, a sunny side up, you could kind of pull your white apart so that your white can get done. And with a sunny side up, obviously you're not going to flip that one. But for your over easy, really as soon as I can get that to where it can flip and the bottom of it is done, then I'm going to roll it over and flip it. Alright? And then we'll cook that a little bit more. So with an over easy, typically your yolk is runny, your white is done. Maybe some people like their white a little runny as well. So once we flip that over, let it cook for maybe 15 seconds, that's going to be it for an over easy. If you want to do an over medium, then we can kind of, once we flip it, we'll kind of leave that heat on, and we're going to cook it just a little bit more so that that yolk starts to kind of set up, and maybe you end up with just a little bit of runny in there. And then, of course, with your over hard, we would have busted the yolks, flipped it over, waited until everything was done. All right. So there's, I'm going to pour off a little bit of that oil. We can practice flipping a little bit more. Just going to roll it over. Put the weight down in the bottom of the pan and roll it over. Practice with your toast first. And then we've got breakfast. Alright, you guys practice at home. If you have any trouble, come see me.